It's Lupac, baby, in the building.
The truth teller in the building.
The pressure bringer in the building.
If you rockin' with Pac,
Make some noise. Yeah, if you got them receipts,
put it on the floor.
if you got that truth,
Put it on the floor.
if you rockin' with Lupac,
Put it on the floor.
hey, 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 hey. One time for the realest, bitch. Two times for the coldest, bitch. Three times for the bossed up, bitch.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
Yeah, that's Lupac, bitch.
One time for Lupac, baby.
Let's go.
Two time for Lupac, baby.
That's right.
Three time for Lupac, baby.
Burn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
It's Lupac,
Baby.
walk in, whole room in a G-shift. Truth talk heavy, she don't ever miss. Stand on facts, yeah, she stand on 10. When Pac touch down, pressure step in. Spotlight glow when she hit that live. Whole chat lit when she drop that vibe. No fake love, only real ones roll. Lupac run the scene, that's how it goes. Clock that T receipts on sight. Drop one post on that ignite. Talk that truth, she don't play nice. Put it on the floor, expose that light. Go Lupac,
Go, go, Lupac, go, go,
go Lupac, go. Put it on the floor, Pac. Put it on the floor. Time for the realest,
bitch.
two times for the coldest,
Bitch,
three times for the bossed up,
bitch. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
yeah, that's Lupac,
One time for Lupac, baby.
Hey,
Two time for Lupac, baby.
that's right.
Three time for Lupac, baby.
Turn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
It's Lupac, baby. Truth in her voice, yeah, the crowd gon' lean. When she clock them receipts, know she mean what she mean. No cap stories, she dismantle the fake. Every live she hit, make the whole chat shake. From the boot energy to worldwide view. Lupac, baby, got nothing to prove. Stand tall, crown never tilt. Pressure too heavy, whole lane get built. Put it on the floor, 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 put it on the floor.
Go Lupac, go, go Lupac, go. Receipts on the floor, let's go. One time for Lupac, baby. Two time for Lupac, baby.
That's right.
Three time for Lupac, baby.
Turn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up. It's Lupac, baby.
If you want some weird shit, stay away. Stay away from me. Period.
No weapon should profit.
No weapon form is going to prosper.
No weapon farm is gonna profit. Thank you, Pastor.
And another thing, if you coming with that drama and that negativity, you know what's going on. Stop playing.
Hold up, hold up.
Hold up.
It's Lupac, baby, in the building.
The truth teller in the building.
The pressure bringer in the building.
If you rockin' with Pac,
Make some noise. Yeah, if you got them receipts,
put it on the floor.
if you got that truth,
Put it on the floor.
if you rockin' with Lupac,
Put it on the floor.
hey, 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 hey. One time for the realest, bitch. Two times for the coldest, bitch. Three times for the bossed up, bitch.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
Yeah, that's Lupac, bitch.
One time for Lupac, baby.
Let's go.
Two time for Lupac, baby.
That's right.
Three time for Lupac, baby.
Burn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
It's Lupac,
Baby.
walk in, whole room in a G-shift. Truth talk heavy, she don't ever miss. Stand on facts, yeah, she stand on 10. When Pac touch down, pressure step in. Spotlight glow when she hit that live. Whole chat lit when she drop that vibe. No fake love, only real ones roll. Lupac run the scene, that's how it goes. Clock that T receipts on sight. Drop one post on that ignite. Talk that truth, she don't play nice. Put it on the floor, expose that light. Go Lupac,
Go, go Lupac, go, go,
go Lupac, go. Put it on the floor, Pac. Put it on the floor. Time for the realest,
bitch.
two times for the coldest,
Bitch,
three times for the bossed up,
bitch. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
yeah, that's Lupac,
One time for Lupac, baby.
hey,
Two time for Lupac, baby.
that's right.
Three time for Lupac, baby.
Turn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
It's Lupac, in her voice, yeah, the crowd gon' lean. When she clock them receipts, know she mean what she mean. No cap stories, she dismantle the fake. Every live she hit, make the whole chat shake. From the boot energy to worldwide view. Lupac, baby, got nothing to prove. Stand tall, crown never tilt. Pressure too heavy, whole lane get built. Put it on the floor, 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 put it on the floor. Go Lupac, go Lupac, go. Receipts on the floor, let's go. One time for Lupac, babe. Two time for Lupac, babe. That's right, go. Three time for Lupac, babe. Turn up, fuck it up, it's Lupac, baby.
If you want some weird shit, stay away. Stay away from me. Period.
No weapon should profit.
No weapon form is going to prosper.
No weapon form is going to profit. Thank you, Pastor.
And another thing, if you coming with that drama and that negativity, wet, you know what's going on. Stop playing.
Hey y'all, hey Pocket Squad, happy Saturday. What is up? What is up to everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Saturday, baby. Y'all, we got so much to talk about. We might be here for a little minute, y'all, because I've been all over the place doing my little one too, researching. Like I've been looking up some things, y'all, and I done found some stuff. Okay. I was in Freeze's live last night. Freezer had a packed house. He had about 3,000 something people in the chat at one point. Like if you was there, then you heard him call my name about 100 times because I was sending him receipts. Like everybody was dialoguing, baby. This case got a lot of people in a chokehold, and rightfully so, because after that botched, spliced up video footage that the courts put out yesterday on Juneteenth, how convenient. It's a lot of questions. Okay. It's a lot of questions. I've been looking, seeing people commenting in chat saying, why, in one instance you could see this, and in the other instance you could see that. And people can literally see that it's spliced. People can literally see that it was basically put together. When I say splice, meaning footage from different cameras, different angles, put together to paint a certain narrative. That's exactly what happened. And when you listen to the people who actually seen the video in its entirety, without any editing, without any splicing from Frisco ISD, they described the incident to a T. So, and it was clear, 4K. So now people can't say those people was lying because they literally damn near seen the same thing. The only difference is prosecution got clips from different angles, like I said, different angles, different cameras, and they spliced it together to paint Carmelo as the aggressor, allegedly. Okay. And when it comes to the Frisco ISD video, it's just the video. So that's how they're able to depict what is actually going on in real time. And it's no confusion because it's not all over the place. It's just one video from one angle that shows what actually happened that day. y'all, this is crazy. Then you got the Metcalf's mama over there on TikTok yesterday, trying to basically telling creators, do y'all know how to debunk that Carmelo was being chased? We gonna play that too because it's crazy how see God be revealing, baby. God, one thing about God, he be revealing. It's real crazy how early in the day yesterday, before the video footage was released, the twins' mama was on TikTok asking creators if they knew how to debunk people going around saying that Carmelo was chased. Lo and behold, a couple hours later, here we have the video footage being released where you can clearly see Carmelo was being chased. Ain't that nice? In my head, it made voice. Like, make it make sense, y'all. Everything is being exposed, y'all. I gotta show y'all something too because shout out to Lakeisha Keisha because she just interviewed Dwayne, which is one of the witnesses who actually seen the video from Frisco ISD. He's also an advocate and in connection with working behind the scenes with a group of people that's gathering evidence, receipts, and what have you for this situation for the appeal and all of that, child. So he said a lot of things, y'all. A lot of things. One being that allegedly the multi-tool that was used was for one of the twins, and it was engraved with, they both had one with their initials engraved on it that their father bought them. And he's saying basically that's why, if you notice, when they put out the picture of the multi-tool that was used, you can only see one side of it. Not a lot of times whenever they're providing evidence, they'll take pictures from different angles, each side, just to show, just to give clarity and context, right? But notice how you just see that picture and it's just sitting on the bleacher. And also another thing too that kind of supports what Dwayne said about that multi-tool belonging to one of the twins is they didn't show it in court. They did not show. They showed a picture of a multi-tool in court. They didn't show the actual. Since when y'all know they have a trial and they don't present the actual murder weapon to the jury? With the O.J. Simpson trial, baby, they showed the gloves. They showed everything. They showed everything. They even did a depiction where I think they made O.J. put the gloves on in court, child. Like, ain't no way in hell, y'all. It's a reason for every season in this situation. And it makes a lot of sense. We're going to get into it. Like I say, we got a lot to discuss. I done pulled up. I done did a couple things. Let me see who we got in here. Make sure y'all ain't got nothing to do because like I said, we might be here for a little while. I don't want to be too long because, like I said, when you go too long with your live streams, if people are not actually in the stream while you're live streaming, then a lot of times people don't like to watch it in its entirety because it'd be too long. So let me see if we can get through it, kind of quickly. Hey, Queen Love Mel. Hey, Shaquintly, Miss Rebecca. We got Miss Tracy, Jaisha, Miss Stephanie, Miss Yolanda, Miss Sandra, it don't matter. Miss Ranita, we got Twin Mommy, Miss Latrice, Manifestations of God. Shout out to you, Miss Melody. We got, let me see, hold on, let me go down. We got E2 Short in the building, Miss Lavada. We got, hold on, Miss Beverly. My bro Terry, of course, coming through with the copyright and fair use. We definitely need it because we're going to play some tea. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as a criticism, comment, news report, and teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Shout out to you for that. We got Miss Yolanda. We got Miss Hill. Shout out to Miss Hill. She came through throwing fireworks and gifted memberships. Thank you for the blessings. I appreciate you down. Okay. Shout out to you. And y'all make sure y'all thank Miss Hill if you did receive one of the gifted memberships from whether it was yesterday or today. If you green now and you wasn't green before, that's why. You got a free 30-day gifted membership. Thank you, Miss Hill, for my first firework. I appreciate you, my love, and the gifts. We got Miss Ranita. We got Miss Joyce. We got Miss Annette in the building. We got Miss Deborah. Who else? Let me see. We got Frey in this thing. I seen you cutting up in freezing chat yesterday too. Baby, we was going hard. I don't even stay up that late, y'all. I was up till like 3 o'clock this morning. And then finally I tapped out. I was like, I can't go no more. Freezy is long-winded. Freezy, he did a good 6 hour live. And I was there damn near the entire time until I got real sleepy. Hey, Micheline. Hey, Scorpio. Hey, Queen D Money. Hey, Erica, Miss Vonda. We got Crystal in the building. Shout out to all our new people that's from the Carmelo Anthony sector as well. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. We got Nate Graham in this thing. We got Miss Wooten. We got Miss Angela D. We got Miss Renee Vaughn. You say good afternoon, Lupac and Chat. Just got to the Big Apple, my hometown, traveling from MD Father's Day cookout in the town. Well, you have fun for all of us, because I know you finna have a time in the Big Apple, baby. Let me see. Let's go down. Hey, KB Mommy. Hey, Love Me For Real. Who else in this thing? We got Christina. We got hold on, y'all. Michaela. Thank you to the coffees that you guys sent. We got Miss Andrea. We got Loving My Curves. We got School Psych in the building. We got Nunez. Hey, Nunez. She said, hey, Green Team. Hey, Nika Ray. Hey, V. Hey, Lametrius. Yes, the Green Team always come through and show out, baby. And shout out to Aisha and Miss Jean and Miss Brenda, a collective hey to anybody else that comes through. I see y'all and I appreciate all of you guys' support. I hate saying guys because it's like you think you're talking about men, but y'all know when you say guys, I don't be wanting to say ladies because then I know I have a couple fellas in here. So y'all know what I mean though. But anyways, if you would like to donate to me or bless your girl monetarily, you can cash at me a $Lupac2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to the coffee people that's been supporting that app. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker, aka a firework. Y'all know I always set a little goal. It ain't much, it ain't mandatory, but it's greatly, greatly appreciated because it contributes to the revenue of this particular live stream. You can also support me by getting a membership. Shout out to the Green Team and Miss Hill for bringing in all those new members, child. Enjoy, because we got a lot of exclusive content in members only. We got content for days over there. Okay. Please, y'all, watch those ads as they come through. That's another way to support my platform. Please hit the like button to push this out into the algorithm even further. And at the end of this live, hype your girl up. Y'all know the vibes, baby. Now let's get into the tea, because I think what y'all think? Do y'all think that the court put that video out yesterday on Juneteenth intentionally? Do y'all think they did it because they was trying to cause a little interference, a little distraction because we was making so much noise, even though, of course, the video would make us even louder because now, even though, their intentions could have been putting it out for the purposes of trying to silence us, but the smart people see through the BS, and we can clearly see that it was spliced up. And that's why I say big shout out to the people that actually witnessed the Frisco ISD video in its entirety in 4K, because they're letting it be known, hey, yeah, that is portions of the video from different cameras, different angles, but it's not exactly the narrative of what actually happened on April 2nd, 2025. Okay? Now let's get into it. Should I do Lupac is the member only live coming tonight? Probably not. I just did a members only live. I just did one. So it's probably not gonna be tonight because I might be on this one for a while, or I might split this one up. I might be here on this one a little bit and then do another one later. But I literally just did a members only live the other day. So it probably will be next week. Early next week. Today is Saturday, so next week is right there. But it'll probably be early next week. And with those member only lives, I try to do those when I have new tea, when I have something that's exclusive to give y'all, whether it's a court document or some type of exclusive tea that I didn't found. That's when I do those. Other than that, or sometimes I'll just do it just to, catch up with y'all, talk with y'all on a personal level. It's more private and intimate because it's not a public live stream. But let me see what I want to do first, y'all. I don't know what I want to do first. You say I watched the other. You ready for me to give y'all another one, huh? Listen, we gonna see. We gonna see. I might do one tomorrow. We'll see. But like I said, I like to do those when I got something to give y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like something exclusive. But I know a lot of y'all just be wanting to talk and just shoot the ish. So I'm gonna see. We might do one tomorrow night. A little nightcap. But y'all, you say I think give the people what they want. That's what you think? But it's like I think they knew that it was gonna cause confusion because like I said, here you have some that was in trial in court and they're going strictly off of the narrative painted by the prosecution via those spliced up videos. And then you got some that watched the Frisco ISD video that's like, not so fast. We've seen it in real time without all the splicing and editing and zooming and all of that. We've seen a clear version that, wasn't manipulated. So I think they knew it was going to cause a lot of ruckus. And then it was also on Juneteenth. And then Dwayne also broke down the context of why Carmelo said certain things. Cause that it's a lot of people like, well, Carmelo said him, when he was referencing the altercation that took place under the canopy. But Dwayne said that the context was left out as to why Carmelo singled Austin out. That don't technically mean that he wasn't jumped. And like I say, smart people, if you know, you know. If you got a group of big ass boys, because that's what they were, that's surrounding you, and shout out to them for putting out those images because now we see how big Austin and Hunter and the other boys were, and on that day, right? And they surrounding you, and there's one who's the leader and extremely aggressive more than the other ones. That don't take away from the other ones getting licks in. And y'all, okay, let's keep it 1,000, right? We all done been in some type of fight or a situation where somebody done tried to jump or something like that. I know me personally, baby, I jumped off the porch early and my family is crazy. So we done had a lot of fights, baby. But if you ever got advice from an uncle or auntie that get down or anything like that, the main thing they tell you, if you in a situation where you about to get jumped, you focus on the one that's the leader, the one that's the most aggressive, the one that's popping the most ish, maybe even the one that swings first. You put that, you lay the law down on them and in hopes the other ones will back off, and make sure you put your back to the wall so nobody can sneak you from behind. That's if you getting jumped, right? So it kind of gives that situation where Austin was the most aggressive. He probably was the one who swung first because according to a lot of people, it was a punch and not a shove from Austin. And that's not including what we seen on that video. You can see several arms being thrown, and it wasn't just 4. It wasn't just 4 arms, baby. It was a lot of commotion up under that tent. It was a lot of aggression. And when Carmelo came from behind and looked to, I guess it was his right. Was it his right or his left? I don't know. When he came from behind and you could see him looking both ways to see where to go, multiple boys took chase after him. So that in itself, in my opinion, told me that it was something like it was definitely an altercation under that tent. Because why are they chasing him? At that point, they didn't even know Austin had been stabbed, been poked. They didn't even know that because guess what? Austin also was in the video running until he realized something happened to him, and then he fell, then he collapsed. So yeah, we ain't finna play with the minds, baby. We ain't finna play with the minds. We know what we saw. Period. We know what we saw. You say, hey, Lupac, you're right. I'm that auntie. Okay, listen. I got a few of them aunties, baby. All right, y'all. So before we get into videos, I wanna let me show y'all this. Hold on, let me plug my phone up so I can get some juice while we on the live. You said I understood when he explained. He said he called it. It was only one person that got hurt. Exactly. Listen, exactly, Miss E. When he was explaining it from what Dwayne said, and I'm gonna play him breaking it down so people can understand. Carmelo was having a long, heartfelt conversation with his coach, right? And him and the coach was talking specifically about Austin and that situation with him being poked and stuff. Oh, excuse me. So that's why Carmelo's focus was on Austin and not the other boys because nobody else got hurt. That's why. Like some people don't like to use their brain. All right, so hold on, y'all. Let's see. Let me pull this up from my email. Y'all, please hit that like button. We got 133 in the building. Please hit the like button to push it out, this live stream out. Share it if you have a platform. Share it to your platform so we can get more people in here. And also, please support the goal, y'all. Okay, support the goal. Don't just support me when we do saga content. Please support me when we do other content. It's motivational and it makes me want to keep giving y'all, new things, new topics, baby. All right, let me see. Receipt. Hold up, y'all. Let me pull these receipts up real quick. I also have the text messages that the coach sent Austin. I got that too. Hold on. I got that. I have, what is this? This right here, this is what I told Freezy to pull up and read on his live last night. He did. All right. Let me pull this up. We have that mugshot. I want to break that down to y'all. Because everything was done strategically, y'all. Everything in this situation was done strategically. And I'm going to show y'all even with just the mugshot. Okay. You said they just don't want to have to give that money back from both of those GoFundMe accounts. I heard it was 3. I haven't seen the third one yet, but they said Hunter had one too, allegedly. So I don't know. But the mom and dad both definitely had one. But all of this gonna come out. You can't do something to this magnitude. All of this corruption and all these conspiracy. Like you can't do something like this to a person, to just sink a person and think that God is not gonna have a hand in it. That's not how that go. It's gonna come out. Y'all know how sometimes people go to jail or wrongfully convicted, and then later on, even though sometimes it takes years to actually figure it out what actually happened or the evidence or for them to find the evidence, but eventually the truth comes out, and then those people, even though they lost years of their lives, they end up suing the state, wherever they reside in, and become millionaires. It's unfortunate because you have to lose out on so much time in your life, but it just shows that these situations, sometimes there's a rainbow at the end of the rain, child. Hopefully it doesn't happen like this with this one. A lot of people making a lot of noise, and it don't seem like that noise is finna quiet down anytime soon. And the noise is what's needed, because when the people make noise, the politicians react. Okay, and that's a fact, baby. And then they got midterms. They looking for the people to vote and all of that. So people gotta keep being loud. Because when the people keep being loud, like I said, you get the attention of the higher ups. And somebody gonna want to be Captain Saver for some votes. Yeah. Somebody gonna wanna come to the rescue of the situation so they can get those extra votes in. Y'all know how it go. It's a crooked world, baby, but it is what it is. All right, so And hey to everybody that's coming in. I see y'all. Okay, let me pull this up. I want to show y'all this real quick, and then we're gonna get into some audios. I don't even need to show y'all the video, even though I might show y'all a little bit just to, because we gonna, another thing we're gonna get into, we're gonna get into all of those lies Hunter told. Yeah, we're gonna get into those lies Hunter told, because if y'all and now it's adding up even more so, because now we have some video clips where we can literally do side by sides of the video that happened that day versus Hunter's early on statements to show the lies and inconsistencies. So if Carmelo was so guilty and this provocateur, then why is it so much non-transparency in this situation? Why is it so much stuff being hidden, being sealed? They haven't even released the autopsy, y'all. And then I heard it was some confusion surrounding that, where Dwayne was saying he actually got at first they didn't want to send it, but he put in a FOIA request for it, him and a couple other people that's working behind the scenes, and they didn't want to send it at first, but then they ended up sending a link or something like that, and it showed that Austin allegedly had D-Rugs in his system. And then they tried to fix it and then said, double back and said, oh no, that was a mistake, blase, 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 right? But Dwayne said that the reason why they believe it's true is because they live in that area. So they've been talking to a lot of people that know the parties involved. And Dwayne said they spoke to a lot of kids that said that allegedly they seen Austin popping, throwing some back the morning of that track meet. They seen him throwing a couple back, allegedly. Okay. So it's a lot of tea that's coming out, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all hear that too. Hey Gemini, we gonna get them, girl. Shout out to everybody coming in. Okay, let me do this because y'all know I'm gonna keep talking, because I just done found out so much stuff and I'm trying to get it off of me before I forget it. All right, we'll go to the text messages last, but I wanna put this up first. So this right here, y'all. Shout out to King Cass over there on Facebook, right? King Cass, Christopher King, aka King Cass. That's that black lawyer, that man that he's literally been going viral investigating this situation because he's getting a lot of stuff behind the scenes, right? He's the one who the cheerleaders reached out to and gave those emails of them sending emails to the staff, letting it be known that those Metcalf boys was bullying them and saying all kind of disgusting things and messing with them or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. But he posted this right here. This is a comment from his comment section under one of his viral videos that he posted about the Carmelo Anthony situation. And the lady said, y'all, and I held this receipt because I feel like this gonna come out. I feel like more and more people gonna start speaking up. It's power in numbers. Now, granted, I feel like a lot of people scared because, like I told y'all, certain people hold power in these small towns. Certain people hold power, and they do have, they can do a lot of things, and they can be very intimidating. When you gotta live there, people ain't trying to do nothing to make their lives havoc, right? They ain't trying to do nothing to upset people with power that can make their lives turn upside down. That's why you got so many people scared to speak out, that knows this is wrong. But like I said, it's power in numbers. It's power in numbers, baby. So Cynthia Carpenter was responding to a lady named Bridget under King Cass' post, and she said that's what Fox 4 reported as ambulance was leaving the track field. The two boys and Hunter said that Carmelo picked up the tool they used to put in. She must have meant put up the tents with after his brother Austin punched him in the face. Fox 4 hurried up and took that local live breaking news story down, and we Dallas folks have not seen that video no more. That's what the two boys and Hunter said was, and Hunter was crying and said, I stand by my brother even if he was wrong. They can't take that away from us Dallas residents. We haven't forgot that. Now let's break that down real quick, y'all, because this comment holds a lot of weight. And let me tell y'all why. So notice the first sentence she said, that's what Fox 4 reported as the ambulance was leaving the track field. So that would mean that this breaking news video, anytime there's a situation that happens anywhere, right? You get the first responders, you get the police, and then you get whoever's media that shows up first to break the story, they're there. So according to this lady right here, Fox 4 did the breaking news story. Now, mind you, you have to remember, at that time, the incident had just happened, so the parents hadn't even made it to their kids yet. The parents hadn't even made it to their kids yet. So they didn't have a chance to get the stories together, right? So it makes sense that they will put this out there as this is something that has been floating around by a lot of people. A lot of people, y'all. I was just on Reddit before I came on live too. That's another place I was looking for receipts, because if you know anything about Reddit, baby, Reddit be having all the tea with any situation. And lo and behold, how ironic is it that I'm on Reddit and I'm typing in Frisco track meet incident from April 2025, and I'm looking at all of the news articles and all of the dialogue sections, the comments and all of that. And y'all, when I tell y'all, you can see thousands of comments have been deleted by user, deleted by user, deleted by user. Everything that, because listen, they was talking, baby. They was talking. They even deleted the video of the Metcalf's dad when he did that first interview with that news station right after it happened. They deleted that too. And how you know is because it shows his picture and it says what it is. But then when you click on it, it says this video has been deleted by user. Why? Why they deleting it now? Now that the video is out, why are they deleting all of the evidence? And it says from a year ago. Every comment from a year ago, from a year ago, from a year ago. Deleted, 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 deleted. Because those people in that area, now mind you, with Reddit, if something happens in your specific area, then that comment section is going to be specifically for Frisco residents, Dallas residents, whatever area. And that was specifically Dallas, Frisco area in that comment section. So you know the streets be talking. The streets be talking. So they dialoguing a year ago about everything that happened and the things that they've heard, the rumors, the truths, the opinions, the facts, the non-factuals, all of that is in that comment section. But guess what? All of it was deleted. The only things that I seen a couple comments that was saying Carmelo was innocent or it was self-defense or this or that, but they specifically left all the comments of them dragging Carmelo or saying Carmelo should have did this or he shouldn't have did that, but they forgot to delete the deleted things, like where it says, oh, this comment was deleted or removed by user. It still shows all of that. So it shows these people not talking by themselves. And you can see where people was even posting things in defense of Carmelo because they'll delete the post, but the comments responding to it will still be there. I said, oh, this a whole calculated, like, child, this is a hot mess, y'all. But somebody said, go to Reddit. That's where all the tea will be. And that's exactly where I went. I did find a couple things, but we're going to get into it. But back to what this lady said, y'all. So, like I said, it makes sense. If this was the breaking news story, meaning the very first news story that was put out that day, maybe an hour after it happened, and the lady is saying that it was reported that Hunter said that Austin punched Carmelo picked up the tool they used to put the tents up after his brother Austin punched Carmelo in the face, right? A lot of people saying that's what actually happened. And now that we looking at the video clips that they have released, you can see somebody swing under there. It wasn't just a push. Mind you, Eddie, what's his last name, y'all? Perello or whatever his name is. Eddie testified that whenever it was either Eddie or one of the other kids, but somebody testified in court that whenever Austin quote unquote pushed Carmelo, it was so hard that Eddie flew back because Eddie was sitting right next to Carmelo. That's how hard it was. Somebody testified to that. So they was certain people was pushing the narrative that, oh, it was just a little touch, hey, a little tap on the shoulder, get out of here, you don't belong here. Another thing that was said, shout out to Mel, because Mel was in court and he's been covering this, is that Carmelo was never even actually under the tent all the way. He was sitting behind the tent. But from the angle that the cameras put out, you can't tell because of the way it's angled, right? But he wasn't actually under the tent. Hence why he was able to run from the back so quickly and get up out of there. It makes sense. A lot of dots are being connected and adding up, y'all. So back to this post right here. I believe that this actually happened. Because if y'all remember, I don't know how many of y'all remember when this story first broke, people automatically knew it was self-defense based on the stories that was coming out, right? And because people automatically knew it was self-defense, the story went ghost. Like it got real quiet. Nobody was talking about it. They thought they had it in the bag until the week of trial happened. And then, bloggers showing up to court, people showing up to court, and they seeing how this kid is being railroaded in court and how the process is moving so swiftly, so quickly. And that's when the noise started back up because people were surprised, like, damn, we just knew it was self-defense because of the stories that was coming out earlier stating how things happened. So hold on, let me see. Let me pull something up real quick. I got this from Reddit. Hold on. I screenshot this off of Reddit just in case they went back and deleted it. So let me find it, y'all. Let's see, which one is it? Okay, so one comment said, and this was a year ago. One comment said, yes. The first comment said, if you are referring to the statement put out by the Frisco police chief, it is fake. The Frisco police put out a statement regarding it. Well, that wasn't in reference. But the person responded a year ago and said, yes, that is what I am hearing. The deceased kid is Austin, first verbally assaulted him and then physically assaulted him as well. The deceased kid was much larger than he was and he defended himself. That was a year ago. Hold on. And then it says, a year ago, the story that is unfolding is the deceased kid was actually the aggressor and so much larger than the suspect, and he stood his ground after being physically assaulted. And then they said, somebody replied and said there was a 3-inch difference in height, 20-pound difference in weight. And then that person responded and said, no, not accurate. The deceased was 200 plus pounds. He was a lineman and a shot putter and a discus thrower, whatever that is in track. Carmelo Anthony was a sprinter / long jumper and side receiver at 160 pounds. Big difference, right? Okay. So then another commenter said, and this was from a year ago, y'all. They said, this makes me wonder whether Carmelo was getting bullied by Austin. What was Carmelo doing allegedly being in the wrong section? Why did Austin possibly assault him first? Several students are reporting that Austin also broke Carmelo's phone the week before. Not sure how factual that is. There was another story several years ago that came out where a kid was poked, where a kid poked this classmate. The parents acted like they had no idea that their child was bullying others. Turns out that kid was being bullied and the administrators were doing nothing about it. He finally couldn't take it anymore and unalive him. Usually, when they're that angry enough to take a life, there's a deeper backstory. There's more to this story than what we're not being told. Hopefully, when all details are revealed, it will put this tragic event into context. So that's what somebody replied. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, this is another one. So let's see. Another commenter said, and this was a year ago. This is all on Reddit, y'all. They said, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I am waiting until all the facts come out. I'm seeing conflicting reports. Ones that say he was in the track team and has more of a reason to be there than the twins. That the twins said he never met him or knew him, but they were in photos together. That there was an altercation at a party as well. No, they must have been a week. That there was an altercation at a party a week or two prior. That he was accosted and his bag taken and his cell phone broken. So they saying that they also broke Carmelo's phone and took his bag in the midst of the situation. Okay, that was a year ago. Now these are comments from a year ago. Another person said a year ago, I've started hearing that the white victim was a known physical bully and apparently he had drugs in his system. We all know exactly what the narrative would be if the colors were reversed here. Instead, we have people clamoring for a life sentence based on no facts at all. All on Reddit a year ago, y'all. I'm so mad that they deleted all of those thousands of comments where locals were discussing what they heard. But the reason why I was able to find these specific comments is because they were hidden. They were hidden under actual threads that I guess they didn't realize they needed to delete those too. Okay. So I was actually able to find those, but everything else outside of people dragging Carmelo and saying he guilty and this and that was left there. Everything else was deleted. They even said that the video was there that one of the kids recorded on their phones, but that was removed also. Because I seen people saying, oh, I seen the video. It was in here in another thread. I'm like, well, I be damn. Well, I be damn, child. So you say, I don't see Austin breaking Carmelo's phone the week before, and then Carmelo go, no. I was reading so fast, but it wasn't the week before. It's just an alleged. The person in the comment in that wrote that comment said that they broke his phone during that during the under the tent situation and took his bag. I don't know if that's true. We know that they snatched his bag, but I don't know about the phone. I just was reading what they said. All right, so but people are now. Let me say this too, Tyrese. People are saying that they had a prior run-in. Because Dwayne even spoke on that this morning. I'm going to play what he said, but that people are saying that there was a prior run-in where those twins was bullying the kids and Carmelo stepped in, to help the kids or whatever. And they never liked Carmelo because of who he was and, his personality, him helping other kids. They didn't like that. Bullies don't typically like the Captain Savers, okay? All right, so let me show y'all this. Let's take this down, y'all. But I keep this little comment, I've been keeping in the back of my head because so many people have been saying that Austin punched Carmelo in the face. And now we about to get into the mug shots because you can clearly see that child had some injury to his face. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense. He was definitely struck in his face multiple times. Okay, period. But y'all keep this in the back of y'all head. All right, let's take that one down. And let's go to the mug shots. I can show y'all what I did. Let me show y'all this first. So this right here, y'all, this is it big? It's kind of big. I wish I could make it bigger. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Hold on, y'all. This right here is the incident report that the officer put out, right? This is the incident report. Let me make it bigger. If I can. Damn, I can't. If I make it bigger, it's kind of like disappearing, but it don't want to let me go up. Okay, let me take this down. Hold on, y'all. All right, so y'all can kind of see it a little bit, but I'm gonna put a another one where I cropped all the words off to where it's just the picture. I'm gonna put that one up next. But the reason why I'm showing y'all this is because, granted, is in black and white, y'all. But this is the incident report. This is the very first image that the police station took of Carmelo. Even in its black and white form, you can see he had injury to his face. You can see the abrasion or the raised area from being swollen under his eye. You can see his nose is swollen. Like, you can see through the black and white, y'all. Like, you can literally see. Now, let me show y'all what I did with ChatGPT. Okay? Let's take this down. But I just wanted to show y'all where I got this image from right here. All right, let's take this one down, and we're going to put up three images. Hold on. Okay, this is the version that I cropped, right? This is the version that I cropped. Let's put it on the other screen, see if we can get it a little bigger. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. It was bigger the other way. Let's see. Zoom. Damn. Let me try this. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this is the very first image that Frisco, I guess that's the name of the police station, y'all. Quote me if I'm wrong on the name of the police department that took him in, right? That apprehended him. This is the very first image, the same day of the situation. Y'all know they always, when they book you in, they always take a picture, right? Your mug shot. So this is the very first mug shots that was taken of Carmelo. Ironically, is in black and white, but you can clearly see that he was struck in the face, even in this black and white. You can see where his patch of hair is missing because it was stated that they pulled out some of his hair. You can see there is raised abrasions under his eye. I don't know if that would be his right eye, my left. Yeah, his right eye, my left. You can see the raised abrasions under his eye. Clearly, you can see his nose is swollen. It even looked like something is wrong with his lip. Like, it looked like his lip is swollen also. Now, it has been circulating that new mainstream media, that Fox, the first ones to release his mugshot, allegedly altered / manipulated the mugshot so that it didn't show that he had injury to his face, right? And in any incident, especially with a child, medical assistance, he was supposed to be seen by the hospital, the ambulance. They were supposed to check him to make sure he was okay also. And from what I heard, Carmelo brought up self-defense, allegedly. That's what they saying, but we didn't hear him say that. Remember, they been put out that rumor that Carmelo said this could be like self-defense, right? To the arresting officer. But notice you don't hear that in the body cam video. So when did he say it? When did he say it? Because I didn't hear that. I didn't hear him say that. Now, I did hear him say, it's not alleged, I did it. But from what Dwayne said, it's no context to that intentionally. Because they was actually having a conversation prior to Carmelo even making that statement. Okay. But You said, did you see the laceration on his eyebrow? Yes. I was in Freeze's live whenever he was showing that, because I'm the one who sent him the mug shots. I sent him the side by side. And I didn't even notice that at first. Whenever I was putting the arrows to show his injuries, I didn't even notice that laceration on his eye. Okay, but y'all look at this picture real good. Like I said, you can clearly see, even with it being slightly distorted from the black and white, you can clearly see that he had injuries to his face. You can clearly see it. Okay, you can see his hair missing right here. All right, now let's take this one down and let me show y'all what I did with ChatGPT. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We got 183 in the building, y'all. If y'all enjoying and you want to bless your girl, please support the goal. We got like 18 left on the goal, y'all. So turn me up with the fireworks if y'all are enjoying this commentary. These receipts I didn't gather. Okay. All right. So this is the, oh shoot. Y'all can't wait. Let me fix it. It's too big. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what I can do. Where is it at? Okay, here it goes. Why is it so big? It's still too big. Let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. There we go, y'all. Nope. Okay. Look what I did, y'all. Look what I did, y'all. All right. So you say, yes, I see you, Lupac. They was giving you mad love. They sure was. Shout out to Freezy and what is his people called? The captivity, the captors? Child, I forgot. Something caps. Okay. Shout out to Freezy and the caps. Because they did show me a lot of love, baby. And they've been following me and everything. So shout out to his family over there. So y'all, let me show y'all what I did. Now don't focus so much on that middle image, because that middle image, I got ChatGPT to generate that. But I got him to do that for a reason, right? Okay, so the image on the left in black and white, this is the image from the original incident report, the day of the incident. This is the picture that was taken at the police station, but it printed in black and white, which is, I think it was intentionally done, but with this situation, child, you never know. I personally think it was intentional. Hey, discussion board, my love. Hey to everybody coming in. So the middle image is what I got Chat GPT to do. And then this third image over here on the right is the image that mainstream media, this is the image that Fox put out. Okay? This is the image that Fox put out. This is the one that the police originally put out. And then you have the middle one that I got Chat GPT to do. So what I told Chat GPT, I said, generate an in color image based on this black and white image, get it as close as possible to show his face injuries. That's what I put in as for the generation, right? And this is what they gave me. Now, mind you, because it is in black and white, it might be slightly over exaggerated, but it's just to kind of give y'all an image and the potentials of his face being altered, manipulated by the media, because that has been said a lot throughout this situation, that that the media altered his face. Now, what in my opinion kind of cosigns the fact of his face being altered is, if y'all notice, right? Look at all of the court stuff that was put out yesterday, including body cam. Why we can't see Carmelo's face? Why they don't show his face? At no point, I can't recall. Now, if y'all seen a clip where they showed it, let me know and send it to me. Send me a clip if y'all seen it. But from what I've seen, the video clips that was sent to me, even in the body cam, you cannot see Carmelo's face at no point. disappear. Oh, there you go. What's even more disturbing is on the body cam, y'all, it says, hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Where is it at? On the body cam, it says E. Cortez, February 10th, 2016, 01735. Why the hell is it a 2016 date on that body cam? I'm trying to figure out, like, is that a coincidence or is it something else going on here? Because why is the date dated to 2016? Back in 2016. I know y'all, a lot of y'all probably seen that too. They called that out a few. Shout out to Mel, because Mel was the first one that I seen. He actually seen the date of the body cam in court during the trial. And he was like, why? He said he even, told the other people that was in there witnessing the trial to pay attention to that so that they could attest to what he seen, right? So what the hell? Pac, what's your email? Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the chat. 1 second, y'all. That's it right there, Glam Goddess. Okay, so you said they never show his face. I know, that's what I said. Unless y'all seen something different, based on what I seen watching the I was like, why they not showing his face? You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably say, oh, because he was a minor, but they showed everything else. So that was interesting. And then the date being, let me go back to it. The date being February 10th, 2016. And then you can see the officer, E. Cortez, he testified. He was the arrested officer. He did testify. They said he's the one who stated that it wasn't a knife, that it was a multi-tool. That was one of the things that he testified to. So even with them, y'all, it's so much. Even with them not showing the actual poker that was used, only a picture of it. And they saying the reason why they didn't show it is because it was possibly for one of the twins. Because they said that Dwayne said, bro, they are so much on point, y'all. The people that's working behind the scenes are so on point with it. They even got pictures. Like, it's a lot, y'all. It is a lot of evidence and research and facts that they are uncovering. And I can't wait till all of it come out. I cannot wait. But they saying they even have Dwayne said they got a picture of that Jeff, the dad, posted on his Facebook, which is now deleted, of when he had that barbecue and had the witnesses and their parents at his house. They got the picture. It's deleted now, but they got the picture. Before all of this was, yeah. That is crazy. All right, so hold on. Let me send this to my email real quick. Just in case I need it later. Receipt. Okay. All right. So y'all get what I'm saying right here when it comes to the mug shots. Like, you can clearly side views of him. You say, yes, I was wondering that too. I know one thing, when God is done, it's a lot of people who gotta account for their wrongdoings towards this child. And God forbid something happens to him while he's in jail. Oh my God. That's why I've been praying so hard for this baby, trying to keep him covered in the blood, child. Because God forbid something happens to this child and he not even supposed to be in there. Oh, Lord. So, all right. So I just wanted to show y'all that you can clearly see, even on this side of his face, you can see that it's swollen. You can see it's swollen on this side. You can see that there is raised, swollen, like abrasions right here. You can see he was injured. Now, like I said, ChatGPT generated this and it might have exaggerated a little bit, but it's based off of their black and white. It is literally based off of their black and white. And this is what mainstream media put out. This right here don't look like this. I'm sorry. This don't look like this. This looks closer to this right here. This look closer to this. Period. Okay? All right, now and I did a side by side from the other one. If y'all remember on my last live, or the live before that one, I did a side by side showing and literally marking off with arrows the marks that Carmelo had in his face. Under his eye, he has like a welt on his cheek. You can see the hair missing right here. The bridge of his nose is all swollen. His eye is red. You can clearly see he was struck on this side of his face. Not saying he wasn't struck on the other side, but it's more obvious and notable on this side of his face. They definitely was hiding a lot, child. Because they even put out, let me show y'all that other image. Even though I showed y'all this one, but I'm going to show y'all one more time just to show y'all what else they put out that was manipulated. Hold on. Okay, let me send it to my email. All right. Okay, let's see. Did it come through yet? Hold on, y'all. Here we go. Okay, let me take this one down so I can show y'all the other one. But y'all keep this in the back of y'all head. All right. So this right here is the one that I made the other day. Is it big enough? Yep. Okay. So I made this one the other day, and this is the one I sent to Freezy also to show on his channel. This is the image that Fox put out, and they also put this one out as well. This one right here, you can know they ain't the same picture, obviously, but you can clearly see that this picture was manipulated. Under his eye is smooth. His nose bridge is smoother now. You can see the color difference showing that some manipulation took place. Anytime you utilizing those photo apps or what they call, any type of photo manipulation app, when you do it too much, it kind of like changes the color of the skin, right? And you can see it. That's why they have like whitish marks on top of the nose and on the side of the nose, because they manipulated it so much to bring the swelling down to where it started altering the color. They even did it under the eye. Notice how you can clearly see his eye is swollen and it's red right here, and then it's not there. It's smooth out right here. It's smooth out. This side of his face is swollen. The hair is right here, but on here is missing. Like, child. And this is the one where Freezy noticed the laceration over his eyebrow. You can see it right here. I didn't see that at first. But yep, you can see it right there. And it's not on this picture. It ain't on this picture, but you can see it right here. And then you can see the welt on his cheek here. For them to say it was only a little push. Why does this baby? Yep, they got rid of the forehead wrinkles too. That's how you know they edited. If it was only a little push, why the hell this baby got injuries to his face? He was clearly attacked. So let's take this down because we got some videos to get into, y'all. We got do y'all want me to do the text messages first? I'll do one of them. Well, it ain't much, so we can go through them real quick. This is the text messages that was submitted into evidence from the coach, y'all. Okay? This is from the coach. So Let me put it on the big screen. This was submitted into evidence from the coach, right? And it says, let's see if I can make it a little bigger. No. I might have to do it like this. Hold on, y'all. No, because when I do it like this, damn it. Okay. We're gonna have to keep it like this. That's probably the biggest I can get it without it moving. Okay. So, well, I can move it right here. Okay, so this is one of the text messages, and it says to Austin Metcalf. This is from evidence, y'all. Wednesday, April 2nd at 7:58 a.m. It says, you and Rhett are on early bus. Get tent and whatever else we need. Set examples of how to conduct yourself today. Be a leader. I need you and Rhett to hold us down. I will be helping with hosting the meet, so I'm going to lean on my older guys. Now, y'all know how they was trying to push the narrative as if the coach told Austin to basically be an authoritative figure or to remove anybody that got out of order or that came under the That's not what that says here. In my opinion, this is a coach who has a problem with this very kid often, and it's literally low key baby chastising him, letting him know, I need you to grow up. I need you to be on your P's and Q's today. I need you to be a leader today. This don't give me if somebody come under the tent, put your hands on them. That don't give me that. That don't give me that. He said verbatim, you and Red are on early bus. Get tent and whatever else we need. Set examples of how to conduct yourself today. Does that sound like attack somebody that's under the tent trying to get up out the damn rain that was invited by one of their other fellow schoolmates? I don't think that's what the coach intentions was with this message. Don't go putting your hands on nobody. He says, be a leader. Set examples of how to conduct yourself today. Be a leader. I need you and Red to hold us down. I will be helping with hosting the meet, so I'm going to need to lean on my older guys. That don't sound like go get yourself in some trouble or some shat you can't get yourself out of. Being a leader is not indicative of being a bully. Being a leader, you know what would have been a great example of Austin being a leader that day? Seeing an issue, resolving the issue non-physically, non-aggressively, verbal, and handling it like, okay, you don't belong here, man. This is our tent. Even though I don't even feel like that was the reason for the altercation, because it's a lot being said now. People in court saying that Carmelo wasn't even sitting under the tent. He was directly behind it, to the point where his head wasn't under the tent. Okay, so it's a lot of things that's coming out now, but I don't think that was the reason. You got people saying it was about a girl. Like, it's all kind of different stories, y'all. But I personally don't think the issue was the seeding. I think it was They were rivalry kids. They both went to rivalry schools. Carmelo was a star athlete. It was a little jealousy in there also from what's being said. So it's a whole lot of stuff, child. But I don't think that this text message meant go and start some chat, bring your bully group of friends, and forcefully try to remove this child from would the coach have done that? Would the coach have strong-armed a kid from under a tent? No. So I damn sure don't think that's what the coach meant when he said be a leader. It sounds like the coach is knowing that these cheering give him hell often, So he's trying to tell them, come on now, straighten up. I need you to be on your P's and Q's today. I need you to be a leader to the younger kids. That's what that's given. Because from what I'm hearing, the coach had many issues with these twins. Many issues. The streets is talking. They stayed getting in trouble. Matter of fact, it's being stated they were actually in trouble that day. Hence why the parents were already at the school. Something happened with some girl from the Emerson school, allegedly. They said you can hear on the police radio, we have apprehended the suspect from Emerson or something along those lines. Something along those lines, child. So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot coming out, baby. The skeletons are coming out. You even got child. I done seen videos of Hunter dancing and twerking his ass on TikTok, acting fruity. Like, I ain't gonna show that, but I seen it, y'all. You gotta get on TikTok too, because they be showing all the tea. And it came directly from Hunter's TikTok, okay? I forgot the name of the. Let me listen right. I'm gonna tell y'all. Hold on. It was also a video that was sent to me where all the twins, they had other friends over and they were acting like queens. Like literally in the video, they was twisting and walking and, poking their phone out, acting like queens, child. If you know what a queen is, then you know what I'm talking about. They was acting like queens, okay? That was sent to me also. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all. I ain't gonna show it, but I'm wait, let me see. It said, wait, why is it not playing? Hold on, y'all. My Bluetooth might still be connected. Sassy shooters. Watch. Wait. It says the name of their video is Sassy Shooters. And then they got, y'all know that emoji with the fingernails, with the fingernail paint. They got that emoji. They got a pride flag, and then they got an emoji with the tongue sticking out. And it's both of the twins and two of their other friends. And it came from Hunter's TikTok. And it's titled Sassy Shooters. And they got a rap song. Oh, child, them kids be hell nowadays, y'all. They got a rap song playing in the background, and they acting like some sassy YNs. They each walking in the line, basically portraying as if they was a sassy YN, how they would act, right? That's one video. The other video, I don't know what this one about. Wait, but it's another one. Here's another one with just Hunter. Hunter is playing. What is this song? Hunter is playing a bussy butt, and he's twerking. What y'all listen, y'all? He twerking. He like going up and down with his arms going up and down. He dropping it low to the floor with the song Bussy Butt. Hey, Bussy Butt. Bussy Butt. It's playing. I tell y'all no lie. Like, child, I didn't seen it all. All right. Thank you, Miss Teresa. You said always enjoy your commentary, Lupac. Thank you for that firework. Thank you for supporting my goal, my love. I appreciate you. Y'all, please hit that like button. I don't know what the likes is doing. Do we still have a mod in here? I don't even know, child. I ain't seen a mod comment in a while. I guess I'm thugging it out today. But please hit that like button, y'all, and support the goal if y'all can. Please support the firework goal. All right, now let's get into. Hold on. Let me take this off my phone. Okay. All right. Now, this, like I said, this is the message the coach sent, and then Austin responded and said, "For sure, coach, gotcha." And then the coach responded and said, on the next day, wait, hold up. If the incident happened on April 2nd, how the hell the coach responded on April 3rd at 8:42 p.m. saying, "Love you, man. Sorry I didn't say enough." I'm confused, y'all. Didn't he pass away on the 2nd? Didn't they? Because from my understanding, right, they worked on his body at the school, and then they, transported him to the hospital via ambulance, and then he passed away at the hospital. He coded shortly after, and then they saying it was also CPR being administered, and they kind of ruled they had it labeled as a cardiac situation. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot that's being uncovered in this situation. Hence why we still don't have that autopsy. But because, they saying he had drugs in his system. Now they're saying that because of said drugs is what could have potentially, along with the poke, because they're saying that poke didn't technically cause his unaliving, that is being covered, possibly, allegedly, and that he perished due to the drugs and complications or something like that. And they are saying that that's why they didn't rush to get him to the hospital. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot that's being said with this situation. It's so much being hidden also, to where you can't really put all the pieces together. You can't really put all the pieces, but we're gonna listen. Dwayne is gonna break it down. Shout out to him. Yes, it was the bussy butt. Bussy butt. He was busting that butt too. Yeah, that's him. Manifestations. If he didn't take it down, he might have took his TikTok down, but that's it's under him. But that was sent to me. I didn't go look for it. It was sent. It was funny. But y'all, peep this though. Unless the coach was sending this, you know how sometimes people send a sentimental message or somebody being gone, because that's what it seemed. That's what it sounded like. Because he passed away on the 2nd. The 2nd was a track meet incident. Passed away at the hospital. They say he coded at the hospital. They said he was fine at first though, allegedly, because I wasn't there. Okay, they said he was fine. Hence why it took so long to get him to the hospital, because they said they hadn't, did a little work on him, but he was fine. They said the mom even beat the ambulance to the hospital because they took forever to get him there, because they didn't think it was that serious of a situation. Notice how they manipulated the whole ketchup. Like, oh, it was so much ketchup everywhere. Then when you look at it, it's like, well, where is the ketchup? Where is the ketchup? Because I didn't see none. I'm pretty sure, because they said Hunter was holding his brother as he perished and holding the wound, and Hunter said it was ketchup everywhere. Well, why wasn't Hunter's clothes submitted into evidence? Just the coach's jacket. Then you got people that seen the video testifying, saying that Hunter was nowhere near his brother when he, was on that ground, because the coach grabbed Hunter and was holding him, hugging him. So who makes up a lie like that? Why make up a lie talking about, and when I seen when his soul left, and when his soul left, my soul left. Like, who comes up with stuff like that? What's the purpose? So it's just this situation is crazy, y'all. But the coach must have sent this after, he was thinking about the fact that he passed away. And that's probably why he sent, "Love you, man. Sorry I didn't say enough." All right. So that's one. Yep. That could be for sympathy. Yep. For sympathy. Micheline said he bled inside, I believe. I mean, that's possible. I'm not negating that, but that's not what was put out. You get what I'm saying? Like, they put out that it was ketchup everywhere. So it's like even with the pictures, like the pic they put out of the poker. On the poker, it's labeled. Hold on. They put out a picture of the poker and it's labeled hold on, let me go to it, y'all. Come on. I hate when my phone the lighting go down on it when I ain't trying to make the light go down. Let me see. Let me find it. Where's that doggone picture? Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Busty butt. Busty butt. Hey, busty butt. That song finna be stuck in my head, y'all. Ooh, child. Ooh, and even this, shout out to freezing them because we even seen you can clearly see where one of the boys is recording the entire thing. I'm gonna show y'all that too. Hold on. So I said I got so much to show y'all. Let me send this to my email. All right, receipt. Okay, send that one to my email. Now let me find where is that picture of the poker? Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to find it. It said wait. Okay, that's one. It says that's the one with his finger. And remember, they even had it labeled as if Austin's ketchup was on Carmelo's finger. But if y'all remember when Carmelo's daddy and his mama did one of those interviews, the dad said that was Carmelo's ketchup on his finger. He apparently the poker, if y'all notice, how the poker is in the picture is how it was apparently used. It wasn't even open all the way. It wasn't open all the way. The things it happened so fast, y'all, to the point where it's like, how did Carmelo even have time to get it out of his bag? So now it's like, did he really have it, or was it somebody else's poker and he just picked it up, possibly from them using that to put that canopy up? That's what I'm thinking happened. I don't even think it was his, to be honest. And it's so much conspiracy and corruption surrounding it to like I said, they're saying that it was potentially one of the twins because they would carry that. Austin specifically would carry that very same type of multi-tool often. They got pictures of him wearing it. They got pictures of him with it, having it halfway out of his pocket. The dad allegedly got both of the twins one with their initials on it. It's a very common utilized multi-tool for not only teenage boys, but older men as well. It's very common. It's used for many different things, hence why it has many different things attached to it, right? But if all of it, if we're going off of the time that all of these people that was in court said that the whole situation took place, how did he even have time if he's being confronted, right, by multiple different boys? They are surrounding him, right up on him. Because remember, most of them didn't even see when the poker came about, if it came out of his bag or anything. They didn't even see Austin get poked. Remember, they all took out running after Carmelo, including Austin, until he realized he was hurt and then collapsed. But if you notice on the video, they're running behind Carmelo. They didn't even realize that Austin was poked. So if they didn't realize Austin was poked, there's no way in hell they seen Carmelo with a poker. So I'm thinking in the midst of Carmelo sitting down, and it's not far stretched, whatever was used to put that canopy up hint, hint, aka a multi-tool. Carmelo probably seen it as a lifesaver, picked it up, and in the midst of Austin assaulting him, and it probably was from the force that Austin put on him that made it even more damaging, because people are literally saying with the size of the blade on that multi-tool, it literally damn near impossible to do that type of damage that's being stated or that was stated in court unless a lot of pressure was applied. How could Carmelo utilize that much pressure sitting down? Is given more so Austin when he came down, because mind you, those boys were standing up over him. So when he came down to assault, and it's slippery at the same time, it had been raining. When he came down to assault Carmelo, that's probably when that poke happened. And Carmelo was so frantic when he got up out of there. Notice he looked around, and when he got to the bottom, he fell. He ran to the coach. He started hugging the coach hysterically. His dad even testified that from what he seen, he was, screaming out. He even asked if Austin was okay. He didn't realize the severity of it until here's where Dwayne comes into play. Dwayne said the coach was having a conversation with Carmelo and stating that, if Austin passes away, your life is over. We're going to get into that. Hold on. I'm still trying to find it though, y'all. It was a picture where it was labeled knife covered in Austin's ketchup. But you can clearly see it ain't that much ketchup even on the tool. It's not a lot. So it's like when they say covered, it's like, damn, they very elaborative, because it don't give covered. It's a little dripping on there. And then it says Carmelo's hands covered in Austin's blood. And it's like, he has a little speck of blood on one of his fingers. And his daddy even said Carmelo's hand was cut. And that even, in my opinion, alludes more so and validates the fact of it being accidental, and Austin, due to the force of him assaulting Carmelo, in the midst of it, when Carmelo picked up the tool, it cut his hand also from the pressure of that Austin applied to assault Carmelo. That's what I think, allegedly. Okay. Well, Hunter said Austin grabbed Carmelo back. So where was that's another thing. That exactly, Tyrese. And that's why I'm thinking it was one of theirs. And Carmelo just so happened to pick it up because he was being assaulted. He had been surrounded by big ass boys, because all of them was bigger than him. All of them. So that told me, they said that, and the dad said that, Hunter said that, even though Hunter switched his story up multiple times, they took Carmelo's bag. So if they took his bag, that was one of the first things that they did, was take his bag. Mind you, he didn't know they was coming over there to assault him, to be prepared. They said he had his head down, looking at his phone, shooting the itch with Eddie. Talking with Eddie. Eddie was sitting right next to him. He didn't know them boys. Nobody gave him a heads up that they was coming over there to commit bodily harm on him. He didn't know that. Because I'm pretty sure if he did, he would have got out of Dodge. Ain't nobody in their right mind. That boy had epilepsy. He was just recovering from a significant shoulder injury that ended his football career. He was just cleared to run track again because of that injury. So who in their right mind gonna stick around knowing that they finna get their ass beat by multiple boys? Like, that don't even make sense. He didn't know that was coming. So if they took his bag and threw his bag, that tool had to have came from somewhere in the vicinity of their shacks. Okay? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to stand beside it. Okay? I'm going to stand beside mine. Okay? Period. All right, I cannot find that too, y'all. I know I had another picture, but well, I know I got another picture of the tool, but it was another one that I had that was labeled. I can't find that one. Let me see. There's something else I want to show you. Let's go to the video because I keep showing y'all these receipts, child. We almost at 2 hours. You said Carmelo was defending himself from 2 bullies and rug addicts, allegedly. She should have never been sent to jail. Facts. You meant he? He should have never been sent to jail. Before we get into what Dwayne said, I want to show y'all the mom and what she was doing over there. Let me take some of these receipts down. What her ass was doing over there on TikTok. Now, you supposed to be grieving, ma'am. Why is you on TikTok? Because you know the trial just happened, so that's like reopening the wound. Why is you over there on TikTok trying to convince or asking these creators if they know how to debunk Carmelo being chased? Child. And look, guess who the first name they mentioned? Dwayne. Because they know Dwayne know everything. They know he know everything that's going on, child. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. Hold on to your love. Okay, it was. I know I seen it in. Hold on, let me see which video did I find that in? Part 1. Okay. Put my earphones on. Hold on, y'all. All right, where's part 1? I think this is part. Okay, I want to show y'all this first. In the comments, all comments. Oh man, come on. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me find it. What is this? All right, take that out. Where's that doggone video? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it. It might be to the bottom. I see that kid seems to be happy. What is this? All right, hold on. I might have to pull it up on TikTok, y'all, because I cannot find it. Somebody posted it in her comments, but I don't. Wait, is this it? Yup. Okay, I found it, y'all. Oh, hold on. I'm about to go back to make it bigger. All right, I found it. I had to look for it, child. Okay, let me share it so y'all can see. So what I'm about to show y'all is the Metcalf mom, Megan, over there on TikTok. Oh, I did not want to do that. I hope I ain't closed out my email. The Metcalf mom over there on TikTok on I guess it was a channel that was advocating for Austin, because you know it's a lot of channels advocating for Carmelo, and then you got some that's advocating for Austin, speaking on a situation, right? So you can see, well, once the little name moved, but this right here where that rose is, that's Megan Metcalf. Now listen, she's about to speak and tell, go into what she wanted them to do. Okay. All right, let's play it.
That's why I get on these sometimes to listen and hear these people talk and just go, I'm amazed, but on a different note, I wanted to say I heard you guys talking about the video, and I guess one of you said that you. I will Thursday morning. So there's another gentleman apparently that has posted that he watched it. He said that Carmelo was getting chased and all that, and I don't know if that's something that you guys know how to debunk those things, because we all know that that's true. Don't you worry, sweetheart. I am on it. His name is Dwayne, and I am. Don't worry.
Okay, there you go.
All right, let's play it again. I'm gonna play it one more time. So she's speaking on, she decided to join the panel because of course, they're in defense of her son and what happened. So she was like, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's another guy that's saying that he saw the video, and notice she didn't say that he said he saw Carmelo getting jumped, because Dwayne said that. She just went straight to him saying that he saw Carmelo getting chased. And she said, I don't know if you guys know how to debunk that, or like, girl, are you really on TikTok trying to coerce creators into debunking what actually was put out and shown now? That shows that they was on some cover-up type ish. Because mind you, this happened yesterday morning sometime. The video was released yesterday evening sometime, or late afternoon, evening. And she was trying to, get those creators to debunk what Dwayne is saying about Carmelo being chased. And now the video is out, and it clearly shows Carmelo being chased after the situation happened. Because remember, they was trying to push the narrative that Carmelo was trying to flee the scene. He wasn't fleeing nothing. He was going to an adult because they was chasing him. He ran straight to the coach, into the coach's arms, and they was hugging. He was hysterical. Let's play it one more time. But it just shows, like, clear indicate these people been covering this shit up for a while now.
That's why I get on these sometimes to listen and hear these people talk and just go, I'm amazed. But on a different note, I wanted to say I heard you guys talking about the video, and I guess one of you said that you. I will Thursday morning. So there's another gentleman apparently that has posted that he watched it. He said that Carmelo was getting chased and all that, and I don't know if that's something that you guys know how to debunk those things, because we all know that that's true. Don't you worry, sweetheart. I am on it. His name is Dwayne, and
I don't know if that's something that you guys know how to debunk, because we all know that that's not true, right? That's what she said. That ain't something we all know that ain't true. We actually seen it in its real time yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if the creator who had her on their TikTok, if they didn't delete this. But baby, they swift with it. The creators already got it. Hence how we're able to see it. But why would you have your ass over there? That's what I don't understand, right? If Carmelo is so guilty of just flat out unaliving their son, why are they going through so much trouble to paint different narratives? The truth stands alone. What are they afraid of coming out? I'm confused. Like, if my son was gone, the internet would be I wouldn't give a damn what nobody's saying on the internet. And then, mind you, the trial is over. Carmelo has been sentenced. It was no reason for her to have her ass on TikTok wondering if creators can debunk something that actually was proven to be true. Make it make sense. They know that appeal is in the air, baby. That's what it is. God be removing and revealing. Okay? So I wanted y'all to hear that. Now let's go to Let's take this one down and go to which one I want to play. Let's play this one real quick. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Kimmy Miller over there on the book. She put together a very, very good video of well, not all, but some. This is just a few of the witnesses that actually seen the video. The video from Frisco ISD in real time. She put together a collage of clips showing how all of their statements and descriptions of said video from Frisco ISD validates each other, right? They differ in the description because, you know, everybody's perspective is different, but they are very, 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 very close, at least 98% the same, right? All right, let me let y'all hear that. Hey, to anybody that's coming in, y'all, please hit the like button for Pop. Okay. All right, hold on. Wait, did I share it? No, let me share it. I can go get me something to drink while this is playing. Because I ain't got no more coffee, y'all. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Can I remove the comments? What is this? Yeah. Okay. All right, let me see. How long is it? Okay, so I got enough time to go get me something to drink. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink while this is playing.
Twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids. Because there was a few kids involved with them.
There were 6 kids that walked up. 2 splintered off.
You see, coming across the field was another 6 boys. When they got to the bleachers, one he went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom.
And I see a group of 6 that's walking closely together. Now, 2 of them veer off, one go up the bleachers, which is on my right, and then one continues to walk straight.
On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit.
Introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach.
And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past. Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo.
The other 4 walked directly to Carmelo Anthony.
The remaining 4, they went directly to Carmelo Anthony.
Then I see a group of 4. Now they're walking a little hurried. They walk directly up to where Carmelo is sitting.
They come up, they surround him, and this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, then that's when they jump.
There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20, 30 seconds. And from there, a scuffle ensued.
It was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion.
And then all of a sudden, you see movement under the canopy where Carmelo is sitting. You see shoulders moving, you see ducking, you know, bending down. From my observation, it looks like they're fighting.
But once they did that, they start hitting them. Carmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in.
In the midst of them assaulting him, you can see Carmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled back forward.
Then you see Carmelo kind of lean out and come back in.
He was able to get out again. He backed out.
But he's still not standing. And he had to like kind of crab crawl backwards, and he had to like jerk away from them because they still had a hold of his hoodie.
And then he leans out again. It's like he does a backward fall off the bleacher.
He was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell, and that's when they realized he was gone. So they was still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him, and that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down.
Carmelo backed out the back of the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those bleachers. Flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see kind of give chase, but Carmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to put a finger on him and touch him. Again, there was a scuffle that ensued at the top of the bleachers, and Carmelo got it.
He goes up a couple bleachers and he's looking around for which way to go. He runs diagonally down the bleachers and then he falls. At the time of him falling, that's when I noticed another 3 boys coming down the bleachers chasing after him. But once Carmelo got up, he took off. You didn't see him for the rest of the
He crawls just a little bit. He stands up. He goes up a couple of bleachers. He looks around and then he runs to my right, the bleachers on my right, diagonally down. When he gets down to the bottom, he falls. Now, at the same time, I see 3 boys running down the stairs. Carmelo quickly gets up and continues to run out of the frame. The 3 boys are chasing behind him, and then one stops. The one that stops turns around and they see Austin. Austin is on the last, he's coming down the stairs, he's on the last stair, and then he collapses.
That's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's a true statement. He just wasn't sitting with it. He whipped his head around, you see him on the video, and that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, and not, he never did that because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him.
I grabbed him. I see. This guy.
Yeah, I understand. Best I can.
Yeah, it was. You can see, you can picture what happened when, you know, what was coming out of his chest, and
yeah.
Y'all can visualize other stuff. I don't want to put down my mom right now, but I pushed my hand on there, trying to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul too.
At no point in that video do you see Hunter holding his brother. At no point in that video do you see those boys ever going back to the tent and sitting down. That was all a lie.
Now, the young man that turns around, he never makes it to Austin.
I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown.
I don't know how the defense did not play that video. Because when you see that video, it was self-defense.
Release that video so everyone would know that this young man was protecting himself.
Pardon me. The similarities had me a little parched there. Now, for all 4 of these individuals to have the same exact story, different mouths, different eyes, different perspectives, there's a tape. And I want to know who showed them the tape, because apparently they've seen it too, and they need to come forward and do the right thing. Now, again, we can all be respectful and speak on how we feel on this situation. Disrespect will not be tolerated. We are all adults. Now, I'm just going to give y'all what I gather from this. It looks like Carmelo's friend, Eddie, yes, his friend, called him over to the tent, and they were all plotting and planning to jump him. If you have individuals that are going over from the middle school, you have several individuals skipping fast, trying to keep up. Everybody knew what was going to happen. They get over him. It happens. And guess what? Eddie, again, I'm on your head, my boy. You're standing there recording. Nobody pulls out a phone and pretends to record a fight. Nobody. But the fact that the police let that slide, it's a problem. They had plans to jump him, to record it, and I believe it was to put it on social media. I stand on my opinion, and it's mine. You're entitled to yours. Let's just be respectful about it. And before y'all accuse me of making it about race, hold on one moment. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today is a great day to have a great day. I know I promised y'all a Friday's recap, but before I do that, I want to start by thanking everybody that has been sending me information to research, things that I can dive into. Some things, are super alleged, so I'd rather not touch those, but I just really want to thank everybody for taking the time to support the mission, and I love y'all. Also, Please charge my head and not my heart. It is so many comments, y'all. I cannot see or read each and every one of them. I did take the liberty of creating an email address if you guys want to send things, and the email address is classisinsession@gmail.com. I will be able to go more through those, but I don't see a lot of stuff that goes in my inbox or in the comments. So again, the email address is classisinsession@gmail.com. Let's get into Friday's recap. Now, we all have already established that once you tell a lie, you have to continue telling a lie. And we've also established that the truth is the truth, no matter who tells it. And with the truth being the truth, it's always the same. Now, earlier this week, we saw Jeff and Hunter Metcalf giving different versions of events. I don't know if they were sitting there and Carmelo walked up to them. I don't know if they came across from the middle school and walked over there. I don't know if they were sitting down and he was sitting directly behind them talking junk. For it to only be coming from two people, that's quite a difference.
Okay, y'all. So I had to go get me something to drink. But y'all seen that was just a few of the witnesses. A bunch more have come out now that stated that they have seen that video. Okay, so that was only a few. But I just wanted y'all to see how descriptive they are, and it's to the T. And like I said, you know, when people see things, their perspectives are different. So it might differ in the way that they explain, but it's all their stories are completely the same. So that's the video we want to see. We don't want to see the spliced up version that the prosecution put together to paint Carmelo as the aggressor. And when I say spliced up version, meaning if you notice when you're watching the different clips of the video that just came out yesterday, notice how it jumps, right? Notice how you can be in one scene where they tried to paint as if Carmelo came over to the canopy, I want to say 2 minutes after the twins. So notice how Carmelo is walking from the tunnel, and then once he gets to by the tent or whatever, it's like it skips. And then also while he's under the canopy, whenever the altercation ensues, if you notice, it goes from the commotion straight into him at right behind the tent, trying to see a way out, because they literally left out part of the commotion, part of the altercation, to try to paint the narrative that he wasn't attacked. Oh, it wasn't a jump. Oh, it was just a shove. So if you look at the timing of it, then it makes sense, right? Oh, well, it kind of makes sense what they're saying, because if it only happened in like 5 seconds, it's impossible for him to have been jumped in 5 seconds. That's because of the way they spliced the video together to paint Carmelo as the aggressor. That's why they put the clip first where Carmelo is walking and the camera is focusing on him coming up out that, coming up out that tunnel. And then next thing you know, you also see the clip come in where the twins are coming from, I guess, one entrance of the school or through the gate or whatever, walking on the side. Notice how they put those clips together. You got to pay attention to the editing, to the skipping of the clips. If it don't look like it fit, 9 times out of 10 it don't, and it was edited in that moment. Okay, y'all know I'm an editor. I literally make videos, so I know how it goes. You just gotta really pay attention. And I notice a lot of people have been catching on because they've been putting those type of comments like, well, what happened here? Why did it go from, where's the part where he's literally getting out? Because if you notice these witnesses explaining, they are literally saying that you can see the video was so clear. The one they seen at Frisco, you can see where Carmelo is sitting down the entire time as the altercation is going on. And you can see where when Austin first hit Carmelo, he hit him so hard to where Eddie flew back, but you could also see a moment in the altercation where Carmelo tried to make an opportunity to remove himself. His head went back, but they pulled him back in by his hoodie. They seen that in real time. Why we don't see that? It's obvious they seen a video. The proof is out there now. They describe parts of the video that the courts have put out that the prosecution used in the case. So we know they not lying when they talk about what they seen. They're too descriptive describing the events that happened that day. We know they not lying. These people have been posting the receipts of Frisco, emailing them back, showing that they seen the video. So that's like I said, that's the video we want to see. We want to see the unspliced version in its entirety, one angle that literally shows the altercation. We don't need to see all the other angles. We don't need to see them walking in, even though, yeah, it gives a little context because it shows that they were moving with intention. And you can tell the way they was moving that fast as a group collectively, they was going for a problem. They went straight up to Carmelo. Notice Hunter testified that, oh, I was sitting down. Matter of fact, let's play Hunter real quick. Let's play Hunter to see if what he said aligns with what happened in that video and what the prosecution said happened in the video, right? Yeah, let's run that real quick. Let's run that real quick, y'all. And then we're going to get into Mr. Dwayne. Hold on. Let me type Hunter ass in. Okay, here we go. All right. So remember, according to prosecution, right? With the video that prosecution put out, those clips yesterday. Hey to everybody that's coming in. I see y'all. Shout out to y'all. Please hit the like button. Hey, Tanya. So according to the videos that prosecution spliced up and put out to paint Carmelo as the aggressor, right? If we going off of the video shows where you can see the twins walking up with their little group, and then you can see Carmelo walking up, sitting down. But in all actuality, in the video, Carmelo, but you got, like I said, you got to really pay attention. Carmelo was already under that tent, y'all. He was actually walking to go to the field to stretch. And then Eddie shouted his name and called him over. It started raining, right? That's when he sat down with Eddie, his alleged friend, the snake. The snake. Okay? So they was having a little conversation. You can literally see the twins walking, going straight to Carmelo. They went straight to him in the video that the courts put out. How was Carmelo the aggressor? Like, I just don't understand it. When you trying to prove provocation, right? Then, but you know what? They could only work with what they could work with, right? Like, shout out to God. Shout out to God, because everything happens for a reason. So you could tell the prosecution tried their hardest to paint that baby as the aggressor, and apparently it worked with that jury because they convicted him. But based on what we're seeing, it don't add up. Now let's go into Hunter real quick. Let's see if what Hunter said, hint, why he didn't testify, because they would have ate his ass up on the stand, because there was no way getting away from this. With the things that he done said on social media, and that's why I despise that defense team, and knowing that they really hold on, y'all, 1 second. That defense team really dropped the ball in this situation, and it's so sad. It is literally ineffective assistant of counsel. Literally, when it comes to that defense, ineffective assistant of counsel, period. Because you can't tell me you got these bulldog lawyers that are two of the best in the state of Texas that drop the ball to this magnitude. No professional experts. 1 to 2 objections throughout the entire trial. Resting their case with not even utilizing the rights that Carmelo had during the punishment phase. They didn't even prepare for the punishment phase. They just rested. Intentional, ineffective assistance of counsel. It bleeds it. And that's what made me feel like, that's why I'm in the middle when it comes to the defense, because it's like you got these bulldog lawyers who are 2 of the best in the state, and it's no way in hell they dropped the ball like this unintentionally. It's definitely given they seen they didn't have a shot with this baby from the jump start, so they just let it go. They let it go because they knew he was going to be able to appeal it. That's what it's given. They knew it was a setup from the jump. They knew they couldn't win it. They knew who they was up against and what they was up against. So they just gave it up. They gave it up in the midst of trial. I'm really starting to think that. Because there's no way they drop the ball to this magnitude when they do this for a living. Mike Howard is literally on video in one of his own commercials saying if your defense attorney don't get the case dismissed before the trial, you got the wrong attorney. He ain't the one. His own commercial. He's known for getting these type of trials dismissed before it even go to trial. Come on, Hannah. Bring that ass here, boy. Bring that ass here, boy. Okay.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So
yeah. We know why.
That's just what I saw. I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time. And
he looked guilty. It's just senseless how somebody would do that over a little argument. If it was a little argument, it wouldn't even happen. Austin would still be here. If it was just a little argument, I highly doubt a kid, a 4.0 student with all of this potential got accepted into Morehouse College, had 2 jobs, came from a non-broken home, 2-parent household, gonna just throw his life away for a little argument. That baby, his life flashed before his eyes. He knew he was in danger. It was either him or one of them. That's what it gives. That's what it gives to me. We ain't talking about a child that has a history of psychotic behavior. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a child who years prior literally risked his own life to save another child from drowning, one of their kind, from what I'm hearing. That don't sound like a child that's going to throw his entire life away in a moment like this over a little argument. Make it make sense. Hey, Melise. It's just not giving what they're trying to make it give. I need to go to his other interview. This ain't even the one, y'all. But, clearly, notice how he gave very little detail. This is probably the second interview he did. He give a little more detail in the other one, child. All right, let's see. Let us pray. This one right here.
I whip my head around, and then all of a sudden I see him running down the bleachers, grabbing his chest. I push my hand on there, try to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes.
He think he's slick. Notice how whoever this person is, y'all, it says this was posted on June 4th. Flashback. Hunter Metcalf remembers his brother Austin's final moments. I just saw his soul leaving and it took my soul too. Why he didn't play all of it? Why he only played the parts that, in my opinion, is not a testament to what happened? I think they all seeing that a lot of this is a load of crap. Hold on. I need to find that other one, though. I need to find that other one. This one right here.
Brother, a couple kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school, so all the bleachers were right there, were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life, never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate, and
Notice he say, and this kid, he sits behind me. How is that possible if we can clearly see Carmelo was already in the tent and they was walking up like a stampede of raging bulls? Like they confronted him. They went straight to him. Their prosecutors put out the video of them going straight to Carmelo. Hint, hint, why he didn't get his ass on the stand. This kid, I don't know who he was. This kid sits behind me and he starts saying inappropriate things. At what point? When did he have time? Because the way the prosecution painted it, all of this to happen in a matter of 5 seconds look like. But if you listen to the testimonies of the coerced witnesses from what the people that was in court stated, they describing a full-on event, like a full-on situation. But the prosecutor spliced those angles of those different clips together to make it seem like it happened so fast because they wanted to paint Carmelo as the aggressor, walking up to the tent, making it after the twins as if he was intentionally going over there to mess with those kids, right? That's why you see Carmelo walking out the tunnel. You see the camera focusing on Carmelo. Next thing you know, the clips start jumping, and then you see a whole nother scene. You see blobs, shadows during the altercation where you can't see who's swinging, but you can see some swinging going on. You can see his multiple arms connecting in a matter of 3 to 4 seconds. And then you see Carmelo just mysteriously jump out the back like Superman, look from side to side, and truck it straight down the bleachers. Track star. Fall. They start chasing him. He runs straight to the coach. Then you got the mammy over there on TikTok talking about, do y'all know how to debunk a video? Because they're trying to lie and say that Carmelo was chased. And look at God. The video dropping our lap with Carmelo being chased. Hey, Cree say, if you wanted to see it, you seen it here. Facts. Fact is there. But the way the human brain works, when people are filled with, when you're dealing with people that's filled with so much hate and they want something to be something, they're not going to sway away from it. Y'all know we dealt with stuff like this in the saga. You could see it in your face, and you got these mofos will literally manipulate what you seen or try to tell you seen something different when the evidence is there. If Carmelo is just outright guilty of what they said, it wouldn't be so much back and forth. The proof is in the pudding. And then I'm hearing, that's not the jurors didn't even see the video that we're seeing, like how they put it out. They seen images, they seen little, like it was literally manipulated, y'all. It was manipulated, it was spliced to paint a narrative. The black kid as the aggressor. The angry black thug that took a white innocent kid's life. That's it, that's all. That's why, this is another thing that was stated. This is why when in court, they showed the audience something, and then they showed the jury something that the audience couldn't see too. All of it was manipulated. Notice everybody that was in court stated whenever they started showing them that grainy pixelated video, right? Then they went over to the jury and they showed them a couple things, but they knew it wasn't the full video because of the amount of time that it took for them to show what they were showing. But they didn't let the audience, the onlookers who wasn't a part of the trial see what they showed the jury, because we don't need y'all to see this because we trying to paint a narrative right here. We don't need y'all running out of this courtroom going and spewing what we did to manipulate the jury. We don't need that. Those kids were prepped for the facts. And hence why, because I hear people saying, oh, it was 21 witnesses that, even the dad, Jeff, it was 21 witnesses that all had the same story. According to people in court, a lot of those people were struck outright lying on the stand. No perjury though. No perjury charges. Oh, they're kids, kids forget. And first of all, if none of these children actually seen the stabbing, the poking happen, how the hell are they so traumatized to the point where they can't remember nothing that supports Carmelo, but they remember every fact that supports Austin? Make it make sense. According to people in the courtroom during the trial, especially Eddie, when he was on the stand, he couldn't remember Nathaniel when it came to something supporting Carmelo's self-defense, but everything that supported Austin, his brain all of a sudden remembered. Bump the trauma, right? The trauma that they say they experienced. But I'm trying to figure out, how were they so traumatized even a year later when they didn't even witness the poking happen? Mind you, let's go back to the video. They all pursuing Carmelo, running down the bleachers. Austin is a little further behind, but he takes flight to start running too. He then falls later. He then collapses later once he realized none of those kids seen the poking actually happen. So where did the trauma come from? And I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it's like, I can understand if they physically watch somebody getting pow or literally in the act of watching somebody getting poked, but they didn't see it. And the reason why I'm saying this is not to be insensitive, but I'm saying this to attest to the fact that they couldn't magically remember anything that supported Carmelo's story, but I plead the fifth, or I can't recall. That's a lot of that. Those was their favorite words in the courtroom. But they just so happen to remember any and everything that helped Austin's case. Make it make sense. Especially the girl in the poncho lying on the stand. Child, I thought she didn't testify. I thought they couldn't get her to testify. They said that was one of the other guys, was it Mason's little sister or damn, what is his name? It started with a P. I forgot. But they said that was one of the kids' little sister. No, they didn't see it because they started chasing him. Exactly. They didn't none seen it. They none seen the poking happen. Hence why I believe that it was accidental. I think Carmelo seen it on the ground. It was the first thing he seen. The boys all surrounding him. He was sitting down the entire time. So it would make sense for him to see something that's possibly on the ground from the canopy being set up, right? So he probably picked it up, had it in his hand. Notice he didn't even have time to fully open it, because those type of things, when you fully extend them, they lock in place. They lock, and then you got to click the little thing at the bottom to compact it again. It wasn't even fully extended. Hence why the incision probably wasn't even. That's probably why the lash wasn't the stab mark wasn't that that deep or whatever, because the multi-tool wasn't even extended all the way. It wasn't even open all the way. How they had it in the picture is how it was in Carmelo's hand. And also probably why Carmelo's finger was cut, because of the pressure of Austin assaulting him, coming down on him. Remember, they said Austin picked Carmelo up and it was like a football defense tackle type move. And it was, child, that's probably when the poking happened, and probably why none of them seen it, because of the contact, the closeness of the contact. And that's another reason why I feel like he didn't have that. He didn't bring a poker to school. I think that was for one of them other kids, one of the twins allegedly, and it was on the ground from from them installing the canopy, putting the canopy up, and Carmelo picked it up in the midst of the altercation happening. He's being surrounded by all these big ass boys. Let me pick up a weapon because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't win this one. And the aggressor is the one who got it. But that don't mean he wasn't being tag team. Clearly, we seen the altercation under the canopy in the video. Multiple more than 4 arms was swinging. Okay? It was more than 2 people. Let me see. The daddy lied on Nancy Grace the other day and said they were already under the tent, shaking my head. Why they running around everywhere, lying and trying to tell folks to the bump? Exactly. If they know it happened the way they said it happened, why are they trying to clean up their stories? Why are they trying to clean it up? Why would he even go on Nancy Grace? The parents seen that video also, y'all. Don't be fooled. So if they seen that video too, why would you go on Nancy Grace and lie and say that they was already under the canopy when on the video it shows them walking up to Carmelo? At what point was they under the canopy? Because according to their prosecution's video, the video shows them coming from the side of the school, walking through the gate. You got Austin and 2 or 3 other guys, and then you got Hunter later coming in behind them, trying to catch up. At what point was they sitting down? Because we never seen it. We never seen it. Even Hunter described them sitting down and then Carmelo coming up behind, because that's the narrative that they wanted to push to present this provocateur, this aggressor narrative. But that's not what the video is showing. The video is not aligning with what they're saying. This is why when you know it's a lie, you keep your mouth shut. Or you're going to find yourself telling multiple different stories, because the truth don't need no changing. The truth don't need no additives. Hold on, y'all. All right, so hey, Thug and Mika. Hey, birthday twin. You're absolutely correct. He admitted to see the video. Yup. I know he did. What's your email? Hey, the Blocks family. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put it in the chat. Let me play this, and then I'll put it in the chat for you.
Uncalled for. When I turned around and asked him who he was, he started getting really aggressive. My brother stepped in. He started being, how he always is when he's just brothers, just having my back. And things started getting more higher intensity. And the kid said some aggressive stuff, reckless stuff. Also try to handle the problem.
And then what happened, Austin, after
the kids started getting more and higher intensity, and you notice how he downplayed what Austin was saying. If Austin stepped in to have his back, you really want us to believe Austin wasn't getting up there with his tone? You want us to believe that if Austin was man enough to snatch his backpack, not knowing what could come from that, according to Hunter, his brother snatched his backpack, and the daddy said it too. You really want us to believe that Austin was just merely, no context, having his back? Notice, when people lying and they trying to paint an angel in a certain narrative, they downplay and leave out context, but they describe who they trying to portray as the aggressor in detail. That's exactly what he's doing right here. And Austin stepped in and he's just doing what, my brother would do and having my back. But Carmelo, he's just saying some of the most inappropriate things ever. So he was talking to himself. How did it escalate? Because mind you, he just said it escalated. It got more intense. How? I've never seen a situation where it's only one person being aggressive and then it gets more intense. That normally happens when there's 2 at the party. When it's 2 people getting up there. We got to make it make sense, y'all. For the ones in the back that's still cooning and supporting And God forbid something happened to one of their kids, and I'm talking about our people, and they need our support. Because guess what? Them people right there ain't finna support y'all asses. Something happened to one of y'all colored kids. These fair-skinned folks ain't finna support y'all. Look what they did. Like, you see all the people that's on the flyer that was wrongfully unalived, and the outrage that came from it. They still saying George Floyd didn't perish due to that officer suffocating him with his knee. Make it make sense. Why they cooning and child, let me shut up. Ooh. All right, let me play some more, y'all. I gotta put my email in there.
After your brother stepped up, what happened then?
He stepped up over there, asked him to move, got aggressive, he grabbed the bag, and then I whipped my head around, and then
notice he said he stepped up, not aggressive. He made so he threw that in there. He stepped up, not aggressive, asked him to move, grabbed his bag. I don't know if he said I grabbed his bag or he grabbed his bag, but he said not aggressive. Poor child.
All of a sudden I see him run down the bleachers, grabbing his chest.
But they asked him to move, and when Austin grabbed his backpack to move, take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him.
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a racist.
What? Okay, so I didn't even see the father said that, y'all. Shout out to whoever made this video on Instagram. But notice the daddy just said Austin asked him to move, grabbed his backpack, and that's when Carmelo poked him in the chest and unalived him. That's not what your son just said, though. Like, how they don't have their story together? That ain't even what his son just said. I'm so confused. Like, how these people all over social media giving all of these different accounts to something that happened, right? And none of this was used in court. None. Like, we damn near solving the case on social media. How was none of this used in court? This is why they tell you keep your mouth shut, especially if you know it's some deception going on. I just don't understand. The Blocks family, I put my email in the chat. You said when you was talking about the twin story change, I just seen different video on TikTok about how he changed his story. What is it under? I could pull it up. I could pull it up on here. You could probably put it in the chat.
Ass prick.
Fuck you, nigger, fucking whore loving bitch. Right. There was no jumping. There was no jumping. There were no punches. There was no nothing thrown. The first physical confrontation was from Carmelo. There wasn't 4 people. Once again, you're misinformed. You haven't seen the video.
So you over and over that you made a claim that Austin grabbed Carmelo's bag. Can you tell me if that's true or not?
My understanding, of course, I did not witness it, but my understanding that is correct.
Like, well, Hunter was similar in size, trying to make them out to be, the big bullies and all. That's the narrative they're going down. And as the defense attorney is asking this, I can see Jeff Metcalf, the father, just shaking his head like these boys are not the same size. And the young man on the stand said, I wouldn't say that. And he actually said that Austin was substantially bigger than Hunter, which is very interesting. I mean, you're going down this narrative and then you have a witness on the stand that's supposed to be in support of your narrative and he's negating things that you're saying. I don't know how that looks in front of a jury. I imagine.
Now, okay, that's another thing, y'all. Let me say this. I'm glad I just heard that because that's one of the things that I've been hearing from people that was actually in court during the trial. I've been hearing a lot of people stating that when on the stand, these witnesses, these prosecution witnesses, even the defense, yeah, they was for the prosecution too. The things, whenever they get on the stand, they basically say that Carmelo was the aggressor, right? But once they start giving their testimony, they are describing Austin as the aggressor. Damn near everybody that was in court said the same thing. It's like so they low-key was kind of in defense of Carmelo, but that's what happens when you've been coerced into a certain narrative and your brain is telling you it's wrong. That's how the human brain works. When you have been coerced and manipulated or threatened into pushing a certain narrative, but your brain knows it not to be true because your brain witnessed the actual incident take place. That's basically the truth fighting the manipulation. That's why those witnesses, those kids whose brains ain't even fully developed all the way, some might argue, that's why when they was on the stand, they could say, oh, Carmelo was the aggressor. But then once they start describing what they witnessed, they are literally describing Austin as the aggressor. Notice what that black reporter just said. When one witness was on the stand, they could literally see the dad doing his little manipulation, grunting, shaking his head, trying to signal the witness as they're giving testimony as if the jurors ain't witnessing this, even though, that's how you know this chat was rigged. But everybody is seeing this in the courtroom. They're seeing the dad swaying the witness, basically trying to make sure the witness remember what they're supposed to say. As the defense is asking the witness, were they the same in size, right? And the witness about to start saying, no, Austin was significantly larger. You got the dad shaking his head, no, and making grunt noise. And everybody witnessing that. Everybody's seeing it. And then next thing you know, the witness starts switching it up. Well, I wouldn't say that. What? Oh, I'm so disgusted. Thank you, Miss Hill. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you for supporting my goal. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. And if y'all don't mind, y'all can support my little super chat goal. Okay. All right. Let's play some more.
It's kind of damaging, maybe not extremely damaging, but it can't be, positive.
The reason Hunter's not going to take the stand, and from what I hear, the dad's bought a new truck, the mom's got a new 8-bedroom house. The dad, there's already text messages about the dad bragging on going on European tours. Fuck you, Metcalf, daddy. So I'm going to tell you why they're not bringing up the fact that Austin and Hunter both kicked their dad's ass. He's a little short guy, they're big guys. These are some violent white boys. I mean, Neanderthals. Carmelo didn't run. When Carmelo did what he had to do to keep those guys off of him, he ran straight to a coach. This is what they're not telling you guys. And even the coach's testimony, according to the police's initial statement that they got from the witnesses, that multiple children, 4 to 5 children, was chasing Carmelo to harm him. The policy, according to the records in the city district, the policy was never put in place about who can sit under what tent. They just put that in place in 2026 school year. Let's stop the crap, people. This is a kid that's not claiming self-defense. This is a kid that's saying, I didn't do anything wrong, not guilty.
Brother, a couple kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school, so all the bleachers were right there, were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life, never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for, and I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive.
Okay. So we heard that. Thank you, School Psych. Thank you for supporting my goal, my love. All right, y'all. Now I want to get into, I might end this live and come back because we've been on here almost 3 hours. I think that's what I'm going to do, y'all. And I think I'm going to come back. I'm going to take a little food break and eat because I ain't ate nothing since this morning. And I think I'm going to come back at about 7:45 to review that live because that's going to take a little while. And I don't want to make this live stream too long because like I said, we already been on here 2 hours and 30 minutes and people don't be wanting to watch them when they long. They don't watch the whole thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to take me a little break, go eat and, just rest a little bit. And then I'm going to come back at about 7:45. It is Saturday. So we can do a late, 7:45 ain't too bad to review that because I want y'all to hear the tea that was dropped in that live. Oh my God. Y'all are going to be like, what the hell? My mouth was on the floor, even though I've heard some of the things already, but it was a lot that was spilled. It was a lot, y'all. So Y'all go take y'all a little break too. Get y'all some food if y'all ain't ate, and wine or whatever y'all gotta get. And then we gonna meet back here. Matter of fact, soon as I get off, I'm gonna set my thumbnail for the next one so we can come back. Okay? Period. Thank y'all so much for the support in this live stream. I need to stretch my legs out, child, too. I love y'all. I will be back in a few with part 2 of this live. So make sure y'all meet me back here. Just be watching for the thumbnail because I'm about to put it up so we can come back and we can react to that tea that was dropped about this situation. Okay? See y'all in a few, baby.
Y'all know what time it is. The truth teller in the spot. Always bring the facts. Yeah, she make the fake stop. Clearing out the noise. Never let the lie rock. Nope. Say it with me loud. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Yeah. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Receipts on deck. She gon' air that out. Lil Park. Wipe them down. If it's cap in the chat, she gon' call that out. Lil Park. Wipe them down. Came with the proof, better watch it now. Lil Park. Wipe them down. If it ain't fast, don't come around. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. She a Louisiana with truth on blast. Lil Park. Wipe them down. Receipts so strong, but the lies won't last. Lil Park. Wipe them down. When she step in the spot, all eyes on her. Lil Park. Wipe them down. Expose real quick, make the face to turn. Lil Park, baby. Who got the truth? Lil Park. Who bring the proof? Lil Park. Hands to the left, hands to the right. Wipe them down. Club lit up all night. Wipe them down. Who got need? She OB. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Truth don't beat, you gon' stand on that. Lil Park. Wipe them down. Blocking the trolls, never looking back. Lil Park. Wipe them down. Whole crowd move when the name get loud. Lil Park. Wipe them down. She the voice of the people and she shut them down. Lil Park, baby. Truth too strong. Wipe them down. Pop. Pop. Crowds sing along. Wipe them down. Pop. Pop. From the booth, she a beast. Wipe them down. Pop. Pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Shut it down.